Welcome back everyone to Pontas Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 1, Episode 5 of our Battlestar Galactica Starfleet battles. We're playing this with the Warriors of Mars from TSR 1974 aerial rules. We've got Pegasus and Galactica on the tabletop fighting against Cylon base stars. Vipers, Cylons took heavy damages last round in round 5. We're going to jump into round number 6. Thank you for watching. Okay, we just wrapped up round number 4 of our Battlestar Galactica Starfleet battles. We are playing with the Warriors of Mars, a warfare of Barsoom in miniature, focusing especially on the aerial conflict part of it. We've got our two base stars, Galactica, our two battle stars, Galactica here, looking quite cool. This miniature was so great, 3D printed. Looks nice. We got a Pegasus as well. Our Pegasus last round was boarded by a Cylon heavy raider with the intent to boarding Cylons to disrupt the ship. So we used a little bit of boarding and grappling rules last time. This time we're going to take a look at some additional rules around boarding, bombing flyers. We'll get some attacks between base star and Battlestar, so that should be good this round. Before we do, a quick word from this channel's sponsor, and then we will jump into gameplay. Thank you for watching. Pontas Fathom Hobbies is brought to you by the books that we produce. We've got a bookstore link down in the description where you can check out the Catu journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, Genealogy of Cthulhu, Necromancy of Nyarlathotep, and the Hermeticism of Hastur. We've also got the Killingworth Bogman saga and our Locksman of Quanta saga, starting with Dead Sons 11. Our Esoteric Saturn Mysteries and Esoteric Dragon Mysteries are taken from our podcast series. And we've also got our newest offerings, Saturnalis Thralmorin, the Cypria, the Lost Text, and the Dirges of the Alabaster Kings. Finally, our Lovecraftian Alchemical Courtship in the Dreamlands, 3 volumes, each taking place in one of Lovecraft's cities: Ain Aimless in Celiphace, Hope's Home in Dalathlene, Stubborn Devotions in the Temple of Thrawn. Let's jump into gameplay. Okay, so let's jump into the next round of gameplay. I will roll initiative rolls for both our Cylons versus our Colonials. Colonials are going to get the initiative with a 5. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to just have this heavy raider, it's boarded inside of here, so I'm just going to have it kind of crashed into it. But combat goes on as usual. I will go ahead checking our tables here. Vehicle and craft stats and movement, max speed 5, 1 hex 45 degrees. I was using this die 12 here just to sort of show the angle of motion for it. So we can move this 4 and it can come up to here. So I think this will put him at about this angle. So we're going to have some Pegasus versus base star combat. We'll also move Galactica forward as well, and again putting them in range as well for combat. Let's go ahead and have our Raptors come around this way to chase behind these Cylon Raiders. We'll also have this Raider maneuver around to this position, and this Raider will come up to about here from where he was, trailing behind these 2 heavy Raiders. Again, with these Mark 7 Vipers, they'll also be able to come around behind these Cylon Raiders. And finally, let's push this Raider through and can kind of come toward this base star in flanking of Galactica. Okay, let's go ahead now and let's get some rolls on the table here. So first up, let me grab these big dice out of the way. Okay, so we're going to have our Mark 8 Vipers. Sorry, Mark 7 Vipers. We get a 9 and a 10. So both of these Cylons are gone. So we've got Viper versus Cylon here. These, both of these, critical damage. So we'll move those out. Next up, we've got, I don't think we really have a shot. I mean, I guess we kind of do. I think this guy's going to have to opt out of firing. I don't think that that's a clear shot with this guy right here. I think that's kind of risky. So we'll just give this one Viper a shot here. I'll kind of give you guys a zoom in on that shot. Okay, so this one will opt out. This one is going to fire onto this Heavy Raider. And we get a 9 as well. So one Heavy Raider. Heavy Raider taken out of combat. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. These guys are opted out. No firing range here. We can have... now see, I think Galactica would actually have multiple... firing guns, right? So they've got a number of guns that they can fire. So I think Galactic should be able to fire guns upon these ships as well. So let's go ahead and have Galactica use 2 guns to fire in these, and they'll focus the rest of the guns on the base star. Their gun firing misses those, but we do have these 2 Raptors that can come in behind firing. They get an 8 there, so that 8 we can roll on the hit location table, and we'll sort of roll this to see the damage is in the reactor, so they lose 1 speed. So one of these will be damaged and losing 1 speed, so we'll just mark it off here. It's going to be able to only move 1 inch less in their maximum motion. And then I guess the last one is we're going to have Pegasus fire upon the base star as well. So they can fire with multiple guns that can cause damage. And then they can also fire sort of a long range cannon as well. We get a 9 for that. So we do damage to the base star. Let's just see if we want to, I guess we can use the damage table for that as well. Get a 2, which is a whole frame damage. So we'll mark another damage here on the base star. Okay, so let's go over to the, oh, actually there's Galactica can also fire on the base star as well. And no damage from Galactica. So let's go ahead next up and move our Cylon Raiders. So Cylons can, let's have them moving here. Guys, we've got a number of Battlestar Galactica board game episodes out on the channel. We've been playing quite a bit of Battlestar Galactica Starship battles, which are individual fighter-on-fighter battles. So we'll be playing a lot more of those. This is just something I wanted to do. I think we've been doing a lot of these old D&D kind of rules, so getting this Warriors of Barsoom on the table is kind of fun. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. We'll have these try to come around, I would say this way, and this way. So we can see them on this shot. Okay, and the Heavy Raider as well can do this. And they're going to kind of swing into this. Okay, let's give our Vipers shot on this Cylon, on this raid. Our Cylon's a shot on this Viper, right here in range. And they get a 10, so that is also going to be a hit. Another Viper damaged, destroyed by the Cylons. Let's go ahead and I believe that's all we're going to get from these. That was the only ones. Let's do an attack by this base star. Let's have it target Galactica with some guns. And no damage on that. And also with the other guns, it can target, because if we see the vehicle here, we've got quite a bit of number of guns. So we can do 3 and 3 split. Okay, we got some 8 damage here. So let's roll the damage for Pegasus. Pegasus damage table. 5 in the weapon battery. So one of their guns is disabled. So we'll note that. And then we also have the Cylon Raiders on board. Grab a percentile roll for Cylons on board. And the Galactica team's able to defeat those Cylons from the Heavy Raiders, so they've canceled that threat. That's going to wrap it up for the round. We'll see you guys again in round number 6, our final round. Thank you for watching.